Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the treats that I made for my sister-in-law's baby shower. In the last video I showed you the gifts that I made, and in this one I'm just going to be showing you the different treats that I made.
Girl, I realize all I need is you. I can never get enough. Say she hung way down.
I love to bake, but I am not above buying the boxed cake mix. It's just easy to put together, plus I had quite a bit of treats to make, and I started making this stuff about 7:30 in the morning. I finished the baby shower gifts up before I started this, and then I didn't get finished until like 5:30 in the afternoon, and I really only took a break to eat quick, and I was just baking all day long.
I want you to be mine, girl, you got everything I need, and I want you. What you wanna do? Let me give you the moon, yeah. Shine brighter than the stars combined. Let me give you the moon, yeah. You and I, we got the stars aligned. Give you the moon. Night is young, girl, we got plans for a show. Buckle up and
Okay, so one of the first things that I'm gonna start on is making the cake for the cake balls, because I have to bake the cake and then immediately mix it up, then make it into the balls, and then they have to be in the fridge for close to an hour before I can frost and decorate them. So this is the first thing that I'm gonna do. And I saw a hack, or like a trend or something, that if you put tinfoil over the top, it's supposed to keep the cake more moist so it doesn't get as like hard and dry on the tops. What I noticed is that it did work to a point. I think I probably could have split this batter, which is why it didn't work fantastic, because when I had checked on the cake, when I lifted the tinfoil up, the middle of the cake was not done, so I took the tinfoil off, put the cake back in, and just the very, very center I didn't end up using because it wasn't as done as the rest of the cake. It was still done, but I didn't want like the different textures like to be too much. And then this is the first time that I've made cake pops successfully. So another hack that I saw is to, and I don't even know if hack is the right word to use, but another thing I saw is to immediately, when your cake is out of the oven, put it straight into the mixing bowl to start combining. Some people I saw didn't use any frosting. I still wanted to use frosting because I think that it tastes better with frosting in it, but they definitely mix better together. And one thing I wish I would have recorded is the cake balls after these, because when I mixed the frosting in here, I did not put enough, so the balls are not as circular and firm as the other ones that I make later on. So there's like 5 of them that look like the ones that I'm making right now. They're not terrible, still better than any cake balls I've made in the past, but I made way better balls the second batch that I did, because I only cut up half of the cake at a time. That way I didn't have too much in the pan. But see how they're just not like totally even, but I did make the rest of them better, and then the ones that didn't look great, my kids just ate because I made extras. The next thing that I'm making are these strawberry cake cookies. I've made these before, and honestly it's been a long time, so when I mixed this, I forgot that I was not supposed to use as much water as I put in there, and I didn't realize it until I got done mixing everything. So these were not the best that I have made. So what I did is, after I mixed it, I realized that it was too wet, and I guess I could have added flour, and I didn't think about that at the time either. So at first I put 3 of them on the baking sheet that's behind the bowl, and I baked them and just saw that they did not turn out good. Again, just testing out like the different batter. So when I realized that these were like really runny, and when they baked they got even thinner and too crispy on the outside, and I didn't want them to look bad because they were for my sister-in-law's baby shower. So once these came out, I ended up just putting the batter in the fridge, and I let that sit in there for a while. It did let it like thicken up a little bit, but it still wasn't, they just aren't the best that I've made, because I forgot that I wasn't supposed to add so much water, and I should have added flour, but they did end up turning out good overall, and everybody complimented them. And I am not a huge strawberry fan, so I didn't try them, but I had my daughter and husband try them because they like strawberries, and then my son helped me test out the pretzel sticks and the cake pops because that's what he likes, and me too. So for baking chocolate bark, I don't know if you guys ever have baked with this stuff, but I always bang it on the side of a table, a counter, or something, because it's way easier. Because like that, I was already struggling trying to cut it up, and then it hurt the palm of my hand so bad having to press down so hard on the knife. So it just helps if you bang the chocolate on something to break it up a little bit better. And another thing, I'm so glad I went to the store for these pretzels, because I think there's only 2 in there in the whole thing that's broken. And every time I get pretzels from Walmart, because I have Walmart delivery, every time I get pretzels from there, they're always broken. Like, I don't know if the people just don't go through and like try to find a good thing of pretzels, but also I've noticed when I go in the store at Walmart, they also normally don't have a great selection. And then I'm like, is it the delivery driver? So I just didn't want the headache of having to go back if they brought me bad ones. So I just ended up going to Hy-Vee, and this bag was only like $2 something, so it was a good deal. As I said, I love to bake, but I never claimed to be a great baker, because when I added this, I don't know if this is normal, I added in this green food coloring, and it made my white chocolate hard automatically. So I ended up just adding more white chocolate, and then I put it in the microwave, and then it ended up being fine. So I don't know if I just put too much and not enough chocolate, but it ended up being fine. And then another thing is, I used to bake a lot, so I have a ton of baking stuff, and it's in a box in my closet somewhere downstairs, and I have so much stuff. I'm actually debating if I want to get my Christmas stuff out already. It has been a year, and Christmas is definitely my favorite time of year, and I love decorating for Christmas, and kind of how people are with fall, I'm like that with Christmas. I mean, and I love fall too, but I definitely love Christmas more. So part of me is like, should I just decorate for Christmas now? Because you know what? It's your house, and like, I still have up my Christmas lights from last year. I haven't turned them on yet, but I still have my Christmas lights up. So I'm like, why not just set up the Christmas tree? I mean, we have 2 little kids, let them enjoy it a little bit longer. So that's something that I'm debating between. Then here's a look at some of the cookies. Some of them I put chocolate chips on top, some of them I put inside. Then once I had all of these baked and they were cooled, I ended up putting some cream cheese frosting on some of them, which is another thing. I didn't really have that planned, but quite a few people commented that they liked the cream cheese frosting on top, which that was also store-bought. I did not make that myself. Here's a look at the cake balls, those that I'm putting the sticks in right now. You can see those look more circular. So for these, I put the stick in them, and then I put them back in the refrigerator for a few minutes. So what I did too with these cake balls is I put them in the fridge for 40 minutes. I took them out, let them sit for 20 minutes. Then I put the sticks in them. Then I put them back in the fridge for about 20 minutes, and then I took them back out. This was another hack I saw, that if you put like a little bit of that melting chocolate on the bottom, it's supposed to make it so the cake balls are like fully covered on the bottom. I didn't think it worked too well. I don't know, maybe I didn't put enough chocolate, but that's one like hack that I didn't think worked when I made these. But still, these are definitely the best cake balls I've ever made. Normally when I make cake balls, they fall off the stick, and then they just end up being the balls instead of like the cake pops. And I always get so stressed. So I was really thankful that these turned out good, and at least most of the hacks that I had looked up looked good. And then here's a final look of all the treats. I did not make the cake or the conchas, I'm pretty sure is how you say it, but I did make all the other treats, and it was such a good baby shower. The food was great, and I am so happy for my brother and sister-in-law.